Are you a book lover or enthusiast? Do you need genuine and unique lifestyle products? Or are you looking for a place where you can find contemporary and a wide range of unique gifts for children and adults? Laterna is your go-to place for genuine and contemporary books and lifestyle products for wholesale and retail customers. We stock business books on management, leadership, financial success, entrepreneurship, personal development, and so much more. We carry children's fiction, non-fiction, educational books, CDs, and DVDs. We also stock Christian books on various themes such as family life and parenting, church life and growth, spirit-filled living, love, sex, and marriage, to mention but a few. Laterna carries life and style books such as baby and child care, beauty and style, conception and pregnancy, crafts, and hobbies. We also carry adult, children, and teenagers' Bibles, educational toys, framed art, gifts, greeting cards, home and office fragrances, music CDs and DVDs, stationery, teachings, and lots more. Our stores are located at 12B and 13 Okoawo Street, Victoria Island, Lagos. You can also shop online at www.laternabooks.com. Laterna, your lifestyle hub for book lovers. For inquiries, call 0803-301-4462, 0906-0002046 or 7. Chat with us via WhatsApp on 0803-301-4462. You may also reach us on social media via Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Laterna Books and Laterna Ventures.
Good afternoon and welcome to today's session of our book club review meeting. It's a pleasure to have you join us today at this bi-weekly knowledge sharing session, which is an initiative of Laterna Ventures Limited. We're pleased to have our participants in today's session. And we'd also like to welcome our moderator, Pastor Benga Folayo. It's a pleasure to have you anchor the sessions at every session. Thank you very much, and a warm welcome to you. A warm welcome also to all our participants. Those who are joining us for the first time, the Laterna Book Club meetings holds once in 2 weeks on a Thursday from 12 noon to about 1 p.m. And our company, Laterna Ventures Limited, is a leading literature and lifestyle products importation, distribution, and marketing organization. Established in 1996, the company started out as a Christian bookstore, but today has grown to one of the more reliable sources for a vast range of interesting products: Bibles, business books, Christian books, children books, educational toys, gift items, gift bags and wraps, home and office fragrances, music, CDs and DVDs, teachings, stationery, and journals. Our focus is on customer satisfaction, and that will remain in the forefront of educating Nigerians through the provision of global best-selling books and educational materials. With access to over 100,000 titles and several other products, Laterna is supplier to other retailers in 33 states of Nigeria, including the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. We also currently run a book club for children and have those review sessions last Saturday of each month. So incidentally, there will be one this Saturday on the 28th of August. And this is all part of our initiative to encourage the culture of reading. We started out with the adult book club, but as I mentioned a few minutes ago, we started out with children book club, and then last year, around July, had the adult book club in place. Our aim is to continually encourage the culture of reading among adults, considering the impact that books contribute to human development. So once again, you're welcome to today's session, and I'll hand over to our moderator, Pastor Benga Folayan, to anchor today's session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Lawson, and the entire Laterna team for this program that has indeed been so beneficial to so many people. We would like to thank God for today. And I'd like to welcome everybody very warmly, all our participants, everyone who makes sure that they log in every fortnight when we have these programs. I would like to welcome you if even today is your first time with us here today. We have a very interesting reviewer of a very interesting book with us today. And I'd like to welcome her very welcome. Tomi Rotimi is the creative director and founder of Exclamations by Tomi Rotimi, www.exclamations.net. It's a fashion label that she established 19 years ago, and which has grown to become a household name in the Nigerian fashion industry. She is a graduate of the University of Lagos, BSc in Business Administration, and a diploma in Fashion Technology and Pattern Making from the London Center for Fashion Studies in the United Kingdom. She is an award-winning fashion entrepreneur and the recipient of the MTN British Council Fashion Entrepreneur Award in 2011. She's got almost 2 decades in the fashion industry, and she is an industry mentor. She supports institutions such as the Enterprise Development Center of the Pan-African University with developing customized courses for the fashion industry. Her signature online course, How to Start a Ready-to-Wear Label in Nigeria, has helped many in the industry to adapt to the Nigerian fashion industry's unique challenges. She also hosts a weekly podcast titled Fat Transfer Talks with Tomi, where she shares insights from her business and fitness journeys. Her first published book, Fat Transfer: From Waistline to Bottom Line, Life Lessons for Fitness and Business, is her latest offering and is now available in ebook and paperback on Amazon and her website, www.tomirotimi.com, where all her content is hosted. Can you please give a very warm electronic welcome to our reviewer today, Tomi Rotimi. We want to really welcome you very much. Thank you, ma'am. We can see you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's good to have you here. Good to have you here today. We will take very quickly a video from the Laterna team, and then you can go on with your review. But we really want to welcome you warmly today. You're so welcome to this platform.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Laterna team. One more time, you're very, very welcome. The book today is Get Fit and Live by Don Colbert and Kyle Colbert. And we would like to welcome you very, very much. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you to Laterna Ventures, the leadership, Pastor Morgan and Mrs. Morgan for having me. I'm really excited to be here. Like the moderator has said, this is the book we're reviewing, Get Fit and Live. And I'm going to go right into it. I'm going to share my slides right now with everyone. Okay. All right, so introduction to the book. The book is co-authored by father and son duo, Dr. Don Colbert and Kyle Colbert. Don Colbert is certified in family practice and anti-aging medicine, while Kyle is a certified personal trainer. So I thought that was a very good combination for co-authoring, father and son, and also considering their fields of expertise. Dr. Colbert is also the author of 2 New York Times bestsellers. One is called I Can Do This Diet, and the other is The 7 Pillars of Health. That's a very interesting read as well. In his book, Eat This and Live, which is based on Pillar 3 of the 7 Pillars of Health, he delved deeply into nutrition and how to make simple, healthy food choices. And this book is a follow-up on that book, creating a similar roadmap to navigate the often dreaded territory of exercise. Anytime we hear exercise, a lot of us cringe, don't we? Then the book is not only based on a balanced perspective of an anti-aging specialist and a fitness trainer, but it's also faith-based. And this I found very refreshing. The book is hinged on scripture. This particular scripture, Moses was 120 years old when he died, yet his eyesight was clear and he was as strong as ever. That's Deuteronomy 34:7. And I believe this encourages us that old age and fitness are not mutually exclusive. So that's the introduction of the book. The first 2 chapters of the book introduce us to the benefits of exercise. After sharing a heartfelt story of a young man from a church he gave a talk at, who suffered from a type of infection that came about because of lack of exercise, Dr. Colbert further itemized 15 benefits of exercise, some of which are particularly notable to me are these. Number 1, exercise promotes weight loss and decreases appetite. I know a lot of us are already familiar with this benefit of exercise. This is not new to us. Exercise improves our mood and reduces symptoms of anxiety and depression. And particularly in the season we are right now, I think this is worthy of note. Exercise improves our mood, and in this season where a lot of us were locked down at home, cases of depression were on the rise. And I feel like the more we embrace exercise, the more we can deal with that particular issue. Exercise prevents arthritis and maintains healthy joints. Exercise decreases the risk of heart diseases and stroke. Exercise increases energy and mental alertness. Exercise aids restful sleep. A lot of us are already dealing with some of these issues with medication, but the body doesn't lack medication. A lot of times what it lacks is exercise and nutrition. My next slide, we're talking about chapter 3. This chapter is about preparation. All we need to know before we begin our fitness routine. Safety, how to avoid injury, Many of us start a fitness lifestyle or a fitness routine with a lot of ginger, as I put it. And we get hurt and get injured because we didn't prepare. And this discourages a lot of us. Definitely, this was my story many years ago. How to measure our current fitness levels. This is extremely important because there are several levels to fitness and several levels even in exercising. So you should know where you are and start there. How to set fitness goals. The nutrition to fuel our workout. The importance of hydration for workout. Very important. Hydration, dehydration and exercising don't go well together at all. And this can actually cause a lot of issues that many people are dealing with right now. The point here that really resonated with me was on page 23. Sorry, please excuse me. Was on page 23. It says, many people get so focused on the goal that they forget the process and as a result, constantly fight discouragement. By focusing on a day at a time, you consistently make the right choices every day. Obviously, there will be some times when you miss an opportunity to exercise, but do not be discouraged. Simply realize that you are just one workout away from getting back on the program. This is so important because, again, guilt plays a large part of preventing us from being consistent with our fitness routine and being consistent with even a healthy lifestyle. Once you eat the wrong thing or you miss out on your workout, you just assume that you have boggled the entire fitness program altogether and you're back to your old habits. But fitness is not a weight loss program that starts and stops. It's a lifestyle. And like every other thing in life, you have your ups and your downs. You have your moments of discouragement. You have your moments of high inspiration. What is important is you treat each moment as it comes, every day as it comes. You exercise today, you move on with it. If somehow you miss it tomorrow, that's okay. Tomorrow, the next day is a brand new slate. Regarding nutrition, the book confirmed one of my own convictions. Avoid high sugar foods and beverages, such as soda and energy drinks. Sugary foods will give you a quick energy boost, but you will quickly experience the familiar crash in energy when your blood sugar plummets. I don't believe in taking one bottle of Coke, in a week. I'm one of those people that when it comes to sugar, when it comes to sugary drinks and soda in particular, I just believe go cold turkey. It's not worth it. It doesn't deliver any kind of nutritional or health benefits. Just cut it out. Obviously, it's better to take less than take more. So if you're trying to wean yourself off it, then you can reduce the amount you are taking. But if I had my way, nobody would take sugary drinks, beverages in particular. The next slide. Sorry, it's not opening. All right. Okay, so chapter 4 and 5 talk about how much exercise you need and what kinds of exercise you need respectively. Chapter 4 starts with a warning. The quickest way to surefire burnout is to start your new fitness routine on a high intense pace. This will for sure lead to burnout. I know a lot of us have experienced this. I definitely have. And worse still, injury. In planning a healthy fitness routine, the authors make recommendations along the lines of frequency. Number 1, frequency. Work out every other day and alternate muscle groups if you opt for daily exercise. This is because our muscles need 48 hours to repair themselves. You know, many of us have started on a fitness routine, started with exercises, and then we feel aches. These aches are absolutely normal, but you need to give your muscles time to recover. 48 hours is a good amount of time for the muscles to repair themselves. So don't jump into a fitness routine on this high and ignore what your body is telling you, and even the natural course of exercising. Then he talks about duration. The authors recommend starting slow, walking up to 30 minutes per session. Many of us go into a fitness routine and even an exercise program with weight loss in mind. While this is good, exercise should always be a part of a weight loss program. The truth is, weight loss is really as a result of what you eat, more so than even exercising. So don't sabotage your weight loss program by eating rubbish and think you'll make up for it by going all hard with your exercise. Surefire way to burnout and to injury. You know, the authors recommend working up to 30 minutes per session. This is doable. It's not intimidating. What is important is the consistency of it. Then they talk about intensity. This is where I am very guilty of going all hard at it. Intensity is simply how hard you exercise. And the Colberts again recommend low intensity workouts for beginners and a gradual increase in intensity over time to avoid soreness and injury. Here's the word injury again. You know, so again, the principle remains the same. Start slow, start gradually, start low intensity, and as your fitness levels increase, you can begin to increase the intensity and the frequency. Then they talk about variety. Oh, so sorry. Then they talk about variety. Just as it is advisable to eat a variety of meals to encourage a balanced diet, a variety of exercises is the best for fitness. It will prevent the boredom and the ineffectiveness that comes with doing the same exercises repeatedly over a long period of time. Boredom is another thing that sabotages our fitness programs. Many of us have been working the same program every day for years. And you wonder why, you know, the program is no longer as effective as it used to be. The more your body gets used to doing a task, whether it's running or cycling or any other form of exercise, the less energy it needs to do that task. The less energy it needs means the less calories it's using, the less calories it's burning. So that's the reason why you're probably not losing as much weight as you used to with that program. So a variety helps to curb, to avoid boredom, but it also makes your program a bit more effective. Next slide now. My favorite part of this chapter, sorry, click. All right. My favorite part of this chapter was the section titled "The Real Price Tag of That Cookie," where he compared the calorie content of some popular cookies against the amount of time needed to burn those calories through brisk walking. Let us just say I will not be looking at Oreo cookies the same way after reading this. A mere 3 cookies will need me to brisk walk for 20 minutes to burn off. So you ask the question, was it really worth it? Was that cookie, that craving, was it really worth, you know, the 20 minutes of brisk walking? Chapter 5 breaks down the type of exercises we need into 3. Aerobics, brisk walking, you know, everybody can do this. Everybody can do this, and there are immense benefits to brisk walking. There are other types of aerobic exercises, but this is the most popular and is definitely very effective. Number 2, he talked about strength training. This is my favorite, such as weightlifting. but there are other types of strength training exercises for those who don't particularly enjoy weightlifting. Flexibility and posture exercises. These are such as stretching, yoga, Pilates. These are all forms of flexibility and posture exercises. An effective routine must include all of these. So I find people who only brisk walk, that's all they do. They've been doing it for years. And while this is good, it's a good habit to imbibe, and it's definitely better than nothing. As we grow older, we lose muscle, and that's where strength training comes in. Strength training is also great at improving our metabolism. And of course, a high metabolism also prevents you from gaining too much weight too quickly. Flexibility and posture exercises must be incorporated because, again, as you grow older, your bones and your joints get stiffer. So you need to help them in that way. I appreciate how there is a consistent theme of pacing yourself throughout this book, because it is a point that cannot be overemphasized, particularly with an exercise program. Go to the next slide now. Chapter 6. The authors offer alternative forms of exercise outside the mainstream options like aerobics and weight training. Exercises such as yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi, and even ballroom dancing. I found his recommendation of passive exercises quite interesting. It involves consciously incorporating more movement and exercises in our day-to-day lives by making changes in our daily habits and lifestyle choices, such as taking the staircase instead of the elevator, doing household chores, gardening, and there are a host of others. I want to talk a little bit about this because I think this is the greatest form of exercise, when exercise becomes a part of your daily life. When you make conscious efforts to move more. You know, some of us think exercises is just the 30 minutes you walk in the morning or the 20 minutes you do your exercising during the day or in the evening. While this is good, incorporating more movement into your day, consciously doing this, taking decisions to move more, doing more errands, particularly those of us in Nigeria, we have everybody doing everything for us. And you wonder why everybody else is fitter than you are, you know, because you are sitting down and telling everyone else to run these errands for you, and you're not doing a lot of movement. So we need to be deliberate about moving more and incorporating exercises as part of our daily lives. I like the fact that Dr. Colbert, a medical practitioner and a man of faith, would recommend alternative exercises such as yoga and Pilates and Tai Chi, which have been controversial in the Christian community. He seeks to tackle the controversies around yoga in particular. And in a section he called, Is Yoga Okay for Christians? Now, I know this is subject to debate and this is not what this platform is about, but I would suggest that if we get this book, we should read his thoughts on that, and we'll do our own personal researches on these alternative form of exercises, because some of them are really good, not just for physical exercising, but they're really good for meditation and for the mind, which is where everything stems from. The next slide now, Chapter 7. Chapter 7 covers the importance of posture to our health and offers subtle changes we can make to improve ours. The way we lift objects, how to prevent the turtleneck posture, sleeping, and other sleeping instructions and other suggestions are in there. In the next 3 chapters, 8, 9, and 10, it takes us through 3 different workout routines under the Get Fit and Live programs for beginners, intermediate, and advanced stages. The exercises are depicted in clear pictures of people attempting the different exercises. What I like about this is that the models are not the stereotypical fitness models we see in promotional materials for fitness programs. And, some of the models are middle-aged, some of them are senior citizens. They are very relatable and inspire us as everyday people to embrace fitness too. I think this is important that we begin to see that there's no one way to look as a fit person. A lot of us are intimidated by the images we see on television or even on fitness materials, where everybody seems to already have a six-pack. So you're wondering, why are you exercising if you're already looking like this? But when we see people who look like us, who are everyday people, who are committed to fitness, who are committed to healthy living, then inspires us that, fitness doesn't mean having a six-pack or, muscles. It doesn't even mean being a fitness enthusiast per se. It just means being committed to your health and doing what it takes to live a healthy life. Chapter 11, 12, and 13, these three chapters introduce us to exercise in a way that may have not been in a way that many have not perceived it. Exercise as medicine to relieve symptoms of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and osteoporosis, fibromyalgia, and chronic fatigue. The exercises are primarily resistance training and high intensity interval training. Light weights are involved in some of the routines, and the circuits are not more than 7 minutes long. I really like this program because when you know that your exercise program is not going to take a lot of your time, it's a little bit more encouraging. Many of us are very busy people. And one of the complaints I hear from some of my friends is, I simply don't have the time, right? I always say, nobody has the time, everybody makes the time. But it encourages us when you have programs that are just come in short bursts. Each circuit here is 7 minutes long. One of the programs that I also do that is very similar to his, it's just a 25 minutes program, and it's for 4 days a week. And I'm in and out very quickly. And of course, it's also along the lines of resistance training and high intensity interval training, which I also highly recommend. Okay. In the concluding chapter, Dr. Colbert takes us through the fitness mindsets, which follows success principles true for many goals or endeavors. Fitness must be seen as a lifelong journey and not a short-term goal. Fitness is also not a weight loss program. It is a way of life. And like in life, there will be ups and downs, good days and bad days. Fitness habits may take time to be ingrained, and there are many suggestions on how these fragile new habits can be encouraged and sustained. This is the end of my review. Thank you so much to everybody who has listened. I hope you enjoyed the review.
All right. Thank you so much, Mrs. Rotimi. That was quite incisive and yet very enriching, summary of the book, so to say. A quick summary. I see quite a lot of things: the benefits of exercise, not avoiding hydration, we also see that fitness is a lifestyle, and we have seen from the book quite a number of things. We should avoid high sugar foods and start slow. I think that struck me. That's slow, and also with low intensity. The real price tag of that cookie
Right.
Maybe we'll talk about that sometime.
Or that bread.
Or that bread.
Or that
For that snack.
Yes.
That's also something to look at. And then, of course, he's spoken about aerobics, flexibility, posture, changes in daily habits. Those are very, very critical and interesting about the alternative exercises and the postures. Our usual style is that we will have questions now, so that people can make comments and also ask questions. So please, if you do have a question, either put it in the chat or please raise a hand and we will call upon you to ask our reviewer that question. But I do have a question of mine.
Please.
Just to kickstart. Well, fitness is a lifelong journey. And you did speak about the fact that, you've had quite a journey with fitness. Can you just tell us how that journey has been?
Oh,
lessons learned for you.
Oh, yes.
Your own personal fitness journey.
Thank you so much. Well, like most women, my journey started at a very young age. The moment you pass the age of puberty and you start to notice the changes in your body, you start to be a bit more conscious.
Yeah.
But for me, a major pivotal time in my life was just as I was about to turn 40, when I had been in business for almost 15 years at that time. And the strain and stress of running a business were beginning to take their toll on me. And I noticed that even at 39, I was already having creaky knees. I was running out of breath easily. And I generally didn't feel, I felt old, to be honest, at 39. And that was when I decided that my 40s were going to be a game changer for me. And I began to work at imbibing fitness into my life. That year was life-changing for me. I lost the weight that I tried to lose at the time. I lost about 15 kg. I took on fitness as a lifestyle, even beyond the weight loss program. And so many things that I was struggling with, I began to see how fitness just sorted them out, issues with my skin, and again, I want to note that fitness is beyond just nutrition and exercise. Sometimes when we think about fitness, we just think, oh, I need to eat less, I need to exercise more, which is a major part of it. But fitness also includes mindfulness, includes drinking water, includes sleeping, includes the kind of content you expose yourself to, the kind of people you expose yourself to, includes stress management, meditation. There's so much more to fitness than just losing weight or eating less, or a life of punishment where you can't indulge. So for me, taking on fitness and just being a student of fitness, just learning about it constantly. I'm constantly reading about how to be a better person. And last year, again, you already introduced me as an entrepreneur in fashion. I also began to draw parallels between my fitness life and my fitness journey and my entrepreneurial journey, and realized that there were a lot they both had in common. And some of my strengths in building my business, I realized those were actually the raw ingredients to also live a healthy lifestyle. So last year, this year actually, I wrote my book and published my first book, Fat Transfer from Waistline to Bottom Line, which was really just talking about my journey in business and fitness and drawing parallels between the two. So like everybody else, I am still on the fitness journey. I am still aspiring to be better. As I grow older, my routines also evolve and change. But generally, I am grateful for that year where I embraced fitness, because it quite literally changed my life. And now I am preaching fitness to everybody You know, if you want to sleep better, you got to be fit. If you want to move better, fit. Some of the things that we are taking medication for, we may not have to if we embrace a life of fitness. You know, and this has been my story in fitness.
Okay, quick one to note from there is the place of learning, isn't it? Learning. I see you emphasize that a lot.
Indeed.
We need to learn more about what it is that fitness involves. We shouldn't just assume. And it's good that you have transited from a learner to a teacher.
Right.
And an apostle.
We're all simultaneous learners and teachers, aren't we?
Yes. Interesting to see that dynamics and how that has helped tremendously. Okay, Sheung Shoneye has his hand up. Please unmute Sheung Shoneye and ask your question.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, madam. Yeah, thank you very much for this wonderful review you've just taken us through. Quite valuable, I must tell you. But my question really, I think I have two questions for you and probably one for Pastor and the learned ones here. For madam, my question is, how does one overcome mental tiredness and engaging in fitness? And I'm talking from a personal point of view. During the lockdown, you know, when we had skeletal or reduced number of working hours, yes, it was easy to go out there, take a walk in the morning or in the evening. But now that the world seems to be fully back to the normal work life, traffic, you get back home, you are mentally tired. I mean, fitness is not just what comes to mind. So how does one deal with that? That's on one hand. Secondly, the other question is, how does one treat or manage tummy fat as a man? For women, it's a lot easier because I know that a lot of them use tummy girdle and stuff like that. But for a man, how does one deal with that? I mean, you don't want to be seen around using tummy girdle as a man. Personally, I've cut down on carbs. Anytime after 6 p.m., I don't do carbs again. But even at that, it's a struggle. Maybe I've lost some inches, but it's still a struggle for me to a large extent. Then the third question, which I'll say is to the moderator, my pastor, how does one, I mean, the question of yoga and Christianity, I think is something we should touch here. There's probably no better platform to discuss that than a platform like this, you know, where we have people who can guide us from a spiritual perspective. So I'm not so much interested in yoga, but I have people around me and I see them do it. I'm quiet about it, but it's not something I'm completely open-minded to. So I'd like to learn on this platform. Thank you very much.
All right. Over to you, ma'am. You're the reviewer.
Thank you so much. Okay, the first question was on mental tiredness and fitness. And one thing I want us to all understand is that we are not all born inspired or motivated. Inspiration and motivation is something we need to seek out deliberately and consciously. If you want to be gingered to work out, then expose yourself to content that will ginger you and will inspire you. You need to do this deliberately. Fitness, like I mentioned, is not just all about working out and eating less. I talked about how it's about mindfulness and what you expose yourself to. If you want to be a good cook, learn about good cooks, read about good cooks, watch cooking shows. You know what I mean? Attempt cooking recipes, buy cookbooks. If you want to work out more, do the same thing. Read books on fitness, watch fitness programs, follow people on social media that are into fitness enthusiasts. Feed your mind constantly with what you are aiming to do. And before you know it, you suddenly find that you're just generally moving towards that, that goal, you know. But if you're thinking that on your own, after a long day, you just suddenly wake up one day and you would want to work out. It doesn't work out that way. A lot of these things are also psychological, you know. It's the way your mind is programmed. The more you expose yourself to, the more you're attracted to. You're attracted to what you see on the regular basis. So make it a habit to expose yourself to content, to people, to material that would inspire you. For some of us, it's music, you know. I have a playlist that when I listen to that playlist, I suddenly want to walk faster. It's all in the mind. I have people that I follow on social media that maybe I'm feeling a little bit lazy in the morning, and then they come up on my feed and they start to work out. I'm like, oh, okay, let me try. I just bombard myself all around so that I'm constantly motivated, but it's not going to happen on its own. Again, the kind of foods we eat also help in putting us in a good position, right, to lose weight or even to work out. Personally, I find that when I take a lot of sugar, I feel very lethargic in the mornings, right? And it even affects the quality of my workout. Another thing that a lot of us don't realize is that working out is not all about, and we talked about it in the book, working out is not a one program type of thing. Have a variety of programs and a variety of exercises that you can do depending on how you feel. There's some days that all I can muster is to walk around my estate. That's all I can do. Some other days I am supercharged and I can do a high intensity program. Other days, all I can manage to do is skipping. You know, maybe I do just a 15 minutes skipping routine. That's all I can do for the day. That is enough. Like I said, if your goal is to lose weight, working out will help you along the way, but it is really the food that curbs, you know, that would help you along those lines for weight loss. But if you're looking at a lifelong fitness habit, then you have to have exercise in your life, right? But have a variety. Like I said, I traveled, and anytime I'm traveling, I take my skipping rope along because I know I may not have access to a gym, but I will definitely have access to bare floor and I can skip. You know, I have subscribed to several fitness channels and even some paid programs where I have curated workout programs for me that I can do, you know, so I don't have to think about it. It's already created a workout program for me for 30 days. Until I just pick one day and I do it. Set yourself up for success. It's the same thing in any other endeavor in life. Don't leave things to chance. Don't leave things to your own ability to be inspired or gingered. Not many of us have that. It's hard to just be self-motivated all the time. But set yourself up for success by exposing yourself to people, content, programs, books consistently that would help you, and set your life up as well. Put your dumbbells in places that you can see it. Follow people on social media that will constantly pop up on your feed, you know, and even with your friends. Make friends and connections with people who are also committed to their fitness lifestyles. Have accountability partners who will wake you up. Today they are waking you up, tomorrow you are the one waking them up. So you feed off yourselves. But it's not going to happen unless you set yourself up for it to happen. That has been my biggest learning in my fitness, you know, my commitment to fitness, that it's not always up to me to be gingered all the time. I have to set myself up and have habits that would help me and encourage me to keep up with my fitness routine. Shonai, I hope that helped you with that question.
Fantastic, fantastic, awesome. Thank you so much, madam.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I learned so much. There was a second question. I don't know if you have time.
The second question on the tummy fat. I'm not a guy, but I'll go for it. First of all, for the sake of all the women here, I have to say this. It is not easy for us either, this tummy fat matter. And I know the women here will agree with me. We're all dealing with it and struggling with it on a daily basis, even with our waist trainers. You know, but in general, tummy fat is the hardest to lose. It does take time, but with the right habits, and especially with nutritional changes, though it takes time, it's not impossible. Diet goes a long way. Another thing about weight loss when it comes to, you know, the tummy and all that is, for women in particular, I know a lot of it is hormonal. It's not just as a result of eating junk food or exercising, you know. So there are some things that are also hormonal that you need to check with your GP, you know, find out if you need to take something that will help you with your hormonal imbalances. I know this is something with women in particular, but in general, it comes down to food and it takes time. Don't be in a hurry. Celebrate every single win. If all you've lost is an inch, big ups to you. That's a lot, you know, but it is the cumulative effect of all the right things we do that eventually deliver the result. In my life, for instance, when I look at my pictures, my before and after pictures, for instance, I find that it seems like my body has literally changed. Even at my heaviest now, I look different from my heaviest then. That's because I've been doing this consistently over time. So things just begin to change. But it takes time. I've been on this journey consistently now, going on 5 years, right? But it takes time. It takes time. So I'll say, don't be too hard on yourself. Stress is a major part of weight gain, particularly in the tummy area. Stress doesn't help us. So stressing about it also doesn't help, you know. So check with your GP, check your diet. You said something about not eating too late. That's fantastic. I know alcohol also is not great for tummy weight, you know, but in general, take it a day at a time and watch it happen slowly but surely.
Okay. Right. Thank you so very much. There are so many other questions in the chat box, but critical for that, you have said about content, you have said have a community that helps you, and what's your consumption, content, community, consumption. And of course, you've spoken about variety, which is quite nice. I'll delay a bit on the yoga and Christianity so that we can take other questions that are there. All right, I believe quite a number. Let's see, maybe just quick answers to each one so we can run through. It's a bit confusing when we are encouraged to take lots of fruits and vegetables. Then you Google, you read that some fruits have lots of sugar and it's fattening. So what exactly is the take? Should we modify the sayings around fruits? Somebody also mentioned about banana. Does the book actually have anything about fruits? Because banana, what's your take about that? Let's take those two quickly and then we run through the others.
Thank you so much, sir. When you're talking about weight loss, then you are talking about achieving calorie deficits, which means you need to eat less, you need to move more. Now, the body doesn't care what you eat as long as you achieve the calorie deficits. If you eat 3 apples and that's 300 calories, or you eat 3 slices of bread and that's 300 calories, the body sees both of them as 300 calories, and it's going to work, you know, with the calorie deficits, irrespective. So if you're talking strictly weight loss, yes, fruits do have sugar, but what kind of sugar is it? And what else comes with that package? With fruits, you also get fiber, and you get tons of vitamins in there as well. So there are other benefits to fruits beyond just the sugar. But like with everything else, moderation is key, particularly if you're considering your goals. If your goal is strictly to lose weight, then you are counting calories as well as checking how much you're moving, right? If your goal is fitness in general, then you are considering the quality of your foods as well. So I know a lot of people talk about fruits and sugar and all that. I would say the benefits of eating fruits far outweigh the issues around sugar. I would say get the full benefits of fruits by eating whole fruits instead of just juicing them. When you juice them, all you get is literally sugar water. But when you eat the full fruit, then you get the roughage and the fiber that comes with that. And all those things also help with other aspects of your fitness journey. They help with your bowel movement, they help with your skin, they help with your eyesight, they help with your hair, with your nails. The multivitamins that you get with fruits can't be overemphasized. So I would say if it's strictly a matter of weight loss, then you're counting calories, then you're checking that you are not eating too much, irrespective of whether it's fruits or snacks. Banana, like you said, is a high calorie fruit, most definitely. So if you're on a weight loss journey, definitely you shouldn't be eating too much of that at a time. But banana also has a lot of other health benefits that you can benefit from outside of it just being a high calorie fruit. So again, what are our goals? If we're strictly weight loss, then we are checking our calories in, calorie out. If we are looking at a fitness lifestyle, then we are also looking at the quality of the foods we eat. If you are going to choose a snack, I'd rather you snack on an apple or on a banana than snack on biscuits or a donut. Right. That is why I'm all about looking at fitness as a lifestyle as opposed to the short-term gains of weight loss. Weight loss is a short-term program at best.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much. Two very quick ones. How do I get my children? How do I encourage them to eat healthily? Though I give them vegetables and fruits, but it's not appealing. Then is there any food that can help arthritis, which I'm battling with? And then there's a third one that I believe we can also take quickly. At 77 years of age, what lifestyle lessons can one learn from this book? 3 questions in one. How do I encourage my children to eat healthy? 2, any food that help arthritis? 3, at 77 years, what lifestyle lessons can I learn from this book?
Okay, so the first one was with the children. With children, and again, I don't know how old your children are, but with children in general, you are trying to make things fun. Fun has to be incorporated in any habit you're trying to imbibe with your children. So if you're trying to get your children to eat more vegetables and you're finding it difficult, one of the things I used to do when my children were much younger was a reward system. You eat more vegetables, then maybe you can get, to do other things that you would want to do. So I use that as a reward system. Again, there are so many recipes online. So please, the internet is your friend. So many recipes online where you can incorporate vegetables and make pancakes with vegetables, make stir fries that are tasty with vegetables, make even cookies and biscuits and incorporate vegetables in there. So I'll tell you, you have to be committed to this. What I find with a lot of us is when we get some resistance, then we shrink back. Thankfully, with children as well, they also like working in groups. When their friends are doing something, they also want to do it. So you can involve other, moms in this thing that you're trying to do. Other moms, and say to them, okay, I'm trying to get the kids to eat vegetables. Let's do something together to encourage the children to do so. When you pack snacks in your children's lunchbox, be deliberate about putting a fruit there. The more often they see it, at some point they will break. Then most importantly, and I know this one is tough, what you stock in your house. This is something that I did. I simply started stocking more fruits. So when my children had their cravings for a snack, they had no choice because what was in the pantry were more healthy things, So they go into the fridge, they don't see a bar of chocolate, they see an apple or they see carrots. That's what is available to eat. You will be a bit of a nuisance, you know, with the kids, but you have to stick to it because it's good for their long-term health. Beyond that, it's also good for them to start imbibing these healthy habits at a young age, you know. So I would say make it fun. Go online. We talked about learning. Go online and look out for recipes. You know, there's so many recipes on how you can make oatmeal cookies, oatmeal pancakes, how you can incorporate vegetables in almost anything now. There are so many gadgets now where you can puree literally anything and make smoothies and make ice creams. In 2021, as with everything else in life, ignorance is a choice. If you don't know it, it's because you choose not to. So I'll say go online and learn. If you're looking for recipes for children, they are right there. The second question you asked, sir, was about arthritis and the foods to eat with arthritis. With arthritis, I always say you have to work with your doctor in this instance. I know that generally oily foods, you know, oily fish, anything that would help with oils and cod liver oils, all those things help with arthritis. But I also know that for a lot of people, you know, arthritis also comes with pain management. So I would recommend that you speak to your physiotherapist, you speak to your doctor so that they create a program for you that manages both your diet, pain management, as well as the different physiotherapy exercises that can help. You know, there's obviously no easy answer with arthritis, but most definitely diet will help. You know, I know fish oils help, and I know definitely that there's a whole industry where there's so many suggestions now, but you need to talk to an expert in that regard. There was one more question, sir. Can you
77. At 77, what lifestyle lessons can I learn?
77. Well, at every age, you can move more. I think beyond anything, it's movement. You know, sometimes when we talk about exercise, we think it's push-ups and you know, dancing and you know, sit-ups, but ultimately it's about moving more. So I would say that if you can move more at whatever level you are moving now, incorporate more movement into your lifestyle. Again, if you go online, there are many low intensity programs there. You know, I'm not going to talk about yoga because, you know, like we mentioned, it's controversial, but there are a lot of flexibility routines online now that if you go in there, they are low intensity, but they keep you moving and they work on the joints and posture. And at that age, those are really important. The joints, the posture, the movement. So I would say just move more. And everything with exercise, again, that I love is how it lifts your mood. It lifts your mood, it makes you happy. It's a chemical reaction, you know, so go ahead and incorporate whatever level of exercise you can into your lifestyle. You know, it will help with your mood, and it definitely also would help with general aches and pains, because movement just helps us with, you know, with the joints, with the mood, with everything. You know, so that would be my recommendation for that.
We're running out of our time, but I just want maybe one or two liner answers to these questions that have been posted there.
Okay.
For those postmenopausal women, how can they maintain a flat tummy? Are morning workouts better because you're prone to losing more body fat? Is that myth or fact? First one was menopausal ladies, flat tummy. Second, morning workouts, are they better or not? You know, so those are some of the questions. Let me see, maybe I can add one more. And okay, so that's about, the others are comments. which
Okay.
I encourage everybody to read through. There are several comments there, but we seem to have gone out of our time. But can you please answer those three questions very quickly? Yes.
Well, I have two here, sir. What was the third one? There's the postmenopausal and then the morning workout.
The morning workout. Okay, those are two. Yeah, that's two.
Okay. So the postmenopausal, that's strictly hormonal. The weight gain there is strictly hormonal. And so I would say you should go and do some study about that. There's so much material on how to work on hormonal imbalances that come with the menopausal and postmenopausal years. So it is doable, I think would be my one liner there. It is doable, but you need to expose yourself to learning about this. There's so much information out there. Last word on postmenopausal, as we grow older, our bodies do change. So don't put yourself under the pressure to look like you were in your teens or in your 20s. Instead, embrace your new body, but be the healthiest version of yourself. That would be my word on that, or the healthier version of who you are in this season of your life. The morning workouts. Morning workouts are good because they do rev up your metabolism. After you have slept, and then you work out in the morning, you are actually going to, you are working on an empty stomach, so there's a whole science behind working on an empty stomach. That means you are digging deep into the energy reserves you have, as opposed to working out the breakfast you've eaten or what you have eaten during the day. So I like morning workouts. I work out in the morning, and I do recommend it. But in general, if you can't do morning workouts and what is convenient for you is evening, that is also fine. One is just marginally better than the other. What is important is that you make exercise a part of your life and you make it convenient. Let workout work with your life, so that you can be consistent at it.
Okay, so do what works for you.
Indeed,
do what works for you, whichever.
Indeed,
all right. Thank you very much. There are quite a lot of books that Laterna has that can help. They've got cookbooks on Mediterranean soups, chicken, fish, Indian cookbooks, Get Bread cookbooks. This Get Fit and Live also is there,
yes,
available at 13 Okwawo Close off Adetokubo Ademola Street, and the price is 1,800 Naira. They've got smoothies cookbooks, they've got Nigerian cookbooks, quick meals, and a large range of books on postmenopausal and nutrition. And you can actually look at all of that from Laterna. And you can actually check the website, on our chat here to improve their customer experience, to serve you better. Take 2 minutes to compile. There's a survey that has been posted in the chat box here. Please take a few moments to do that. Mrs. Tomi, it's been such a wonderful time with you. We've got several comments in the chat, just saying how useful this has been, how much of a good teacher you are, how this has been quite educating, and your speech about moderation. And so I would really want to thank you on behalf of Laterna. But
I want to mention, sir, that my book is also stocked in Laterna.
Okay.
Our transfer from waistline to bottom line is also stocked in Laterna. So I want to thank the Laterna team for having my book there as well.
Great. Before I hand over quickly to Pastor Remy Morgan, who is going to close today, we've got a winner today. There's a winner today, and that person is Pascal Ikechukwu. Pascal Ikechukwu was the first person to log on today and has won himself the giveaway of the month. It is an apple cinnamon reed diffuser. Please, if you are Pascal, please pick that your gift up at Laterna Bookstore at 13 Okwawo Street. I want to thank you one more time for a fantastic presentation. Go through the chat. You see lots of comments there. And at this juncture, I'd like to hand over to Pastor Remy Morgan, the MD of Laterna, who's going to wrap up this program. Over to you, Pastor Remy.
Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for taking time out of your occupied Thursdays to be with us today. First of all, I want to say a big thank you to Pastor Genga, PGF. Thanks so much. You know, you do this thing so effortlessly, and you make it so easy. Folks won't realize that, you know, there's an art and some science to all of this. So we really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And of course, thank you so much to our dear reviewer, Mrs. Tomi Rotimi. I mean, you've just done an excellent job. Everyone has been so blessed by it. And it's not just the content that you have read from the book, you know, but your life experiences and your own fitness journey has been woven into what it is that you have shared. I dare say that most people on the platform do have some journey or the other, with varying dimensions of success, obviously. But obviously, yours is a good one. And I hope it provides inspiration to everyone who has been a part of the program. I mean, I have my own fitness journey that started a couple of decades ago. You're very enthusiastic, you're very, very keen. There was a time I was a member of the Antelope Joggers Club at National Stadium when I lived in Surulere. You know, I would head out there, I think sometime in the 80s. But my most recent encounter or adventure is probably what I would say, I think one of the best things my wife shared with me about 3 years ago and introduced me to a fitness club in Osborne Phase 2. And very, very serious, committed set of people, 5:30 to 6:30 every morning. I'm not always able to make it as much as I'd love to, but very, very inspiring. I think Mrs. Rotimi spoke about the people you allow influence you, and I've had a number of people on the fitness journey, you know, with me, and I think one or two of them on the platform this afternoon. A very big thank you to all our participants. I saw Uncle Senator Dr. Bode Olajumoke. He asked a question about fitness at 77. I'm not sure that was answered. I know we have a number of our past reviewers, Pastor Benga himself, Pastor Nana Odejayan, so many friends, so many, you know, members of family. My big brother, Bros Jim, is here with his wife, Sisby, and of course, the next generation, Desuke Osho is here represented as well. So thank you, everyone, for being, yes, up OFC. There we are, Osborne Fitness Club. Sister Lola, God bless you. Thanks for representing us. And then a big thank you to Pastor Yinka Morgan, the driver of this whole initiative. She's so passionate about it. And I just really want to thank God for her life. And thank God for the great team that she's working with here as well. This is having such impact, and I pray that we'll only move from strength to strength. So I dare say that there are a lot of learning lessons we have taken away from here. The book is available, lovely book. You look through it, it's a beautiful color, and the pages are, you know, in all very glossy print, very, very glossy print. And some of the exercises we undertake in class are reflected here. And it also explains why we are doing this thing, because Coach doesn't always, you know, go into all these details, but hey, it's all here and we can appreciate some of the things that we're doing. So once again, a big thank you, and I hope we'll see you all at the next book reading session. Next book reading session for the adults, of course, there's one for the children on Saturday, but the next one for the adults is going to be reviewing a book, Leaders Eat Last. Leaders Eat Last. And I think that already speaks to what the content might be. And I have a little blurb here. It says, today in many successful organizations, great leaders create environments in which people naturally work together to do remarkable things. So in his work with organizations around the world, the author, Simon Sinek, noticed that some teams trust each other so deeply that they would literally put their lives on the line for each other. Other teams, no matter what incentives are offered, are doomed to infighting, fragmentation, and failure. And he asks the question, why? And the answer becomes clear during a conversation with the Marine Corps general. Officers eat last, he said. No, Sinek watched as the most junior Marines ate first, while the most senior Marines took their place at the back of the line. I don't know if this is a worldwide phenomenon, or I'm not sure what happens around here. Anyway, what's symbolic in the chow hall, or the mess hall, or the meal hall is deadly serious on the battlefield. Great leaders sacrifice their own comfort, even their own survival, for the good of those in their care. It says too many workplaces are driven by cynicism, paranoia, and self-interest, but the best ones foster trust and cooperation because their leaders build what Sinek calls a circle of safety. And that separates security inside the team from the challenges outside. So Sinek illustrates his ideas with fascinating true stories that range from the military to big business, from government, and to investment banking. And our reviewer for that book is going to be Mr. Ike Imbagu, who's the founder and CEO of Cumbrian Consult Limited. But he has quite an interesting background. He has undergraduate, postgraduate degrees in economic and development economics, respectively, chartered accountant, fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, associate of the Chartered Institute of Taxation, honorary senior member of the Chartered Institute of Bankers, and a member of the Equipment Leasing Association of Nigeria, also a member of the board of directors. 30 years working experience, started out in the firm of Arthur Anderson, now KPMG as a tax senior, moved to Nigerian American Bank, NAMBO, then Bank of Boston in 1989, joined Fidelity Union Merchant Bank, now Fidelity Bank. I had a stint at Citizens International Bank before returning to Fidelity Bank as an executive director in 2006. Had a lot of responsibilities while he was there, and he left and founded Cumbrian Consult in early 2016. So he's very accomplished, has had a lot of exposure, practical exposure in his field of endeavor. Now, at Cumbrian Consult, he's carried out several training programs and assignments in the areas of finance, compliance, retirement planning, budgeting, corporate governance, board evaluations, business ethics, integrity, performance improvement strategy, and so many other things. So he's a practitioner. He understands what he's talking about. And I'm sure he's going to be able to fuse his practical experience, so many years in the banking industry at the highest levels, with what it is that is contained in this book, Leaders Eat Last. So we look forward to you all joining us. I think it's in a fortnight's time when we'll have the opportunity to, of course, delve into what it is that this book does contain. And then even concerning today's book reading, I'm sure in the next 24, 48 hours, a video will be available that will capture the essence of this. That'll probably run for 15, 20 minutes. So you can, of course, always play back the video and reinforce some of the things that have been shared with us today so that we can internalize it and achieve success in this journey. It is a journey. It is a journey with its starts and stops, its fits and starts. And but we can't give up. We can't give up. We can't give up. Our reviewer, has testified about what she has been able to achieve. So I trust that we will all draw inspiration from that and be able to share our own story as well sooner than later. Once again, thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you so much, Pastor Gwenga. Thank you so much, Mrs. Rotimi. Thank you so much for all that have been a part of the program today. And I want to trust that you've been encouraged, you've been blessed by what it is that has been shared. Thank you very much. The Lord bless you all. Amen.
Are you a book lover or enthusiast? Do you need genuine and unique lifestyle products? Or are you looking for a place where you can find contemporary and a wide range of unique gifts for children and adults? Laterna is your go-to place for genuine and contemporary books and lifestyle products for wholesale and retail customers. We stock business books on management, leadership, financial success, entrepreneurship, personal development, and so much more. We carry children's fiction, non-fiction, educational books, CDs, and DVDs. We also stock Christian books on various themes such as family life and parenting, church life and growth, spirit-filled living, love, sex, and marriage, to mention but a few. Laterna carries life and style books such as baby and child care, beauty and style, conception and pregnancy, crafts, and hobbies. We also carry adult, children, and teenagers' Bibles, educational toys, framed art, gifts, greeting cards, home and office fragrances, music CDs and DVDs, stationery, teachings, and lots more. Our stores are located at 12B and 13 Okoawo Street, Victoria Island, Lagos. You can also shop online at www.laternabooks.com. Laterna, your lifestyle hub for book lovers. For inquiries, call 0803 301 4462, 0906 0002046 or 7. Chat with us via WhatsApp on 0803 301 4462. You may also reach us on social media via Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Laterna Books and Laterna Ventures.